5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After hanging out with what's Puin's character's name again? Peach. Thea seems to be 50-50 because after Mark told him that, hey, Peach says he can't make it so early because he has something to do or something like that. At first, Thea was upset, but then Mark knew, and Mark was like, oh, he said he tries to text you, but you didn't reply, so I'm the second person he texted the same thing. Immediately, Thea was so happy because at least, this boy texted me. After shooting his rounds, he gave the gun to Mark. Mark and Thea were what were his best of friends since they were little. See, the thing is that we don't know or kind of guess is that Thea and Mark knew each other for a very long time, even to the point that they grew up together. But the thing about Thea is that Thea tries so hard to please his father. But when Mark is around, Mark is so good at everything. But the thing is, Mark and Thea made a deal, and Mark has no problems with it. He made a deal that when they're around their father, when they're around Thea's father, Mark must pretend that he's not good at everything, so Thea can win all the stuff that Mark is actually good at, so the father can actually be proud of him. But the thing is, Thea's father kind of knows that Mark is good, but pretended that he doesn't. And also, like for example, when they were little, they were playing, I believe it's Taekwondo. I don't remember the sports. But anyways, it's clear to we, the viewers, and the father that Mark was actually holding back his winnings and let Thea won. But the thing is, the reason Mark is okay with losing is because at least they get to pause off. Because if he had won, then the father wouldn't have let them go free and eat ice cream, whatever they want, because the father would have to try harder to let Thea win, or at least see the potential of Thea. Since that did not work out, Mark was a smart boy. He was a smart boy. But either way, he doesn't mind losing. As long as Thea is happy, he's happy, and they can hang out all the time. And then Mark is still the same. Mark and Thea are very competitive, but Mark is very good at it. He went and aimed right at the bullseye, at the bullet, which Thea didn't do. In the end of the day, they're still happy and having fun. But not for long, because the father showed up and saw that, oh, so you really were hiding all your skills, Mark. So today's episode is called Headshot. Honestly, the only headshot that I saw is when Mark hit that bullseye on that target's head, but that's pretty much all I saw throughout the episode. So Mark ended up at Peach's place, and Peach is looking around, is like, how is it one car? Where's the rest? Where is Thea? Mark told Thea that something came up and Thea could not make it, and ended up making Mark go for him. So if he wants to take a restaurant, he will gladly help go and keep him company. If Thea don't make sure he get his man before Mark actually steals his man, but I don't think that's Mark. He wouldn't do such thing. But in the end, Mark took Peach to the restaurant where he'll be meeting up with his sister, Note, and the other woman to have dinner. Then when the sister saw, she was like, I thought you had other plans. But Peach is like, change of plans. Homegirl's like, are you sure it's not the only one that was written in your phone to be meeting? Homegirl's trying to secretly think if your brother is in a relationship, but it's not. But, it kind of got in there. So the reason Thea didn't meet up with Peach is because he's having dinner with his parents, not just his father. One thing we need to know is that Thea is bilingual. Well, because I was going to say Thea talks to his father in English and talks to his mother in Thai, but I can't say it's bilingual because we saw that he spoke French. Did he not? I was going to say trilingual, but at this point, it could be multilingual in my case. But anyways, the father speaking English to Thea, asking how his business is going, because apparently the man thrives on business. The man talks money. And if you ain't making the right amount of money, you ain't talking family business, is he? Now, I get that you act, ma'am. I really do. But I have a question for you. Are you really gonna wear this clothes? Like, why do you have to bring the costume? Either you were rushed after your film, or you just really love to wear the whole class school, like old class, classic, whatever this is. It doesn't look bad on her. At least we know that the person that he was watching on his TV is his mother. The man adores and admires his mother, which I don't blame him. It's kind of like head to head Jin. Anyways, as they were talking about business, the mother looks at Thea and asks Thea if he has a new spring collection coming up, and she wants to know the name of it. Thea said it's something about something peach or something, which is shocking the mother because she knows her son is not good at loving like fruity stuff. Then he said that he changed his mind. He starts to like things future because he's tried them and it turns out he likes them. Now the father is kind of suspicious when he said that, and the mother is like, okay, so you're starting to love something else without. So the mother was sulking about not being mentioned in the perfume or not being recognized, or at least her son gave her a sample like he normally does. And then Thea got up because he knows how sulky his mother is and reassures her that she is the most important person that of the world to him. He even watches her show regularly over and over. Then she said, am I still the only one in your heart? The big pause. The father's like, are you in love with someone? Then Thea got up and like, you taught me one thing, never to put love or anything in front like it's a distraction. The father said, yes, love is a distraction, but that doesn't mean you're not supposed to love anyone, which he's not wrong, but still, damn, hard. Okay, so remember when the father showed up at the gun range? Well, while they were leaving and Thea was about to have dinner with his parents, he secretly told Mark to keep Peach as a secret deal. You know, they always make secret deals. Is there a way of having secret away from the other people, including his parents? Anyways, Mark understood the whole secret thing and decided to keep that one as his other secret. And that's why he went to Peach. Peach doesn't know about this secret thing, neither does the parents, and it's good that way. That's why it's called secrets. Later, Thea and his mother decided to dance. Even though Thea tried to admit to his mother that he can't dance, the mother says he can try. Thea keeps stepping on his mother's toes, and that's how she come to realize that her son really has no lover. Because if he did, he would have known how to dance better and wouldn't step on anyone's toes. To make Thea dance a little bit better, his mother told him to close his eyes and imagine that he's with someone precious, someone he wants to protect. And of course, the person that pops up in that mind is Peach. You can tell that Thea is so over Aaron right now. He doesn't want to think about Aaron anymore. Okay, back to Peach. So Peach is with everyone and not just telling everyone that they're gonna be a new team leader among them because of the collections being separated by being spring and whatever collection. They need multiple people on board. So they are getting a team leader. They don't know who this team leader is, but the person is gonna be in charge. And it's sad because now Nudge is not gonna work with them. On the other hand, Note is super happy. You know, the whole time throughout the drama, I was wondering why the hell is Peach not stay or not together with his sister. Turns out they live different places. Anyways, Peach also mentioned that he might not sign a contract within the company, but he is going to work alongside his sister just to know who this team leader guy or female is. The sister is extremely happy knowing that her brother is going to be with her the entire time. After his dinner with his parents, he went to his room and called Mark just to find out about his secret deal. The secret deal is not secret anymore, knowing that Peach already found out what he is, a secret deal, and he revealed that this shouldn't be a secret because you guys aren't together. We are not in a relationship. Way to blow the whole thing, sir. So, Mark dropped Peach off home, and while they're in the car, Mark explained to Peach the reason Thea did not show up and that Peach must not misunderstand. He told him that Thea only didn't go that with him today is because he had to have dinner with his parents, which shocked Peach because he knows that they told him that these parents are always abroad, so coming home shouldn't be that new or whatever. Um, Mark said it's very rare they do come, but on the occasion that they do come is because of business. Then out of nowhere, some boy came up to the car and offered to sell a design, a thing, a rose looking thing made out of some type of leaf. I don't remember the leaf. But if you also look at the guy, you look at the kid, you would know that he's not new to her face. He was in that summer. The little boy that Wave was teaching the piano. Yeah, from this distance you could have saw the hairstyle and know it's him. When Matt went home, Thea was eager to know how Peach was. Did he miss him? Did he feel bad that he wasn't around? Poor Pete, poor Thea. Mark had to tell him no, he just acted normal. He wasn't missing him or anything. But then he gave Thea the rose thing that made out of this whatever leaf and told him that Peach wanted to give it to him to make him feel happy and not feel lonely. Of course, that alone got Thea feeling head over heels even more. Okay, we're not done with Peach because while Peach and Mark were talking, Mark revealed to Peach that whenever Thea is around Peach, he sees how much Thea is more happier with Peach, which means he's happy that Thea is happy and he's happy that Thea found someone to make him happy. But the thing is, when Mark was explaining all this happy love feeling, Peach thought that Mark was talking about Aaron. But in reality, he's not talking about Aaron, which definitely shocked Peach because he doesn't see Thea as someone who likes him, an ordinary person. That's not what Peach said, but I'm assuming that's what he's thinking. Oh, and by the way, Peach bought two of those rose design thingy, one for himself and one for Thea. Now, what Mark told Peach, he's considering to like be nice and text Thea, but he doesn't know what to text say. He doesn't know what to say in his text. It's kind of complicated. He doesn't even know how the minds work. I get that Peach is an introverted person and likes to be alone, but GMMTV could at least give him an animal that can actually fit the whole lifestyle. Cat is one of those animal that can actually keep well, looking back at how cat can be very troublesome and expensive, never mind. So anyways, the next day, and Peach meets up with Thea. Actually, Thea saw him. Anyways, they're having a conversation, and we saw how the conversation talking about Alfred. My thing is there gonna be an episode where we see Thea in like normal clothes other than suits and tie? Anyways, to make Thea comfortable and more not so uncomfortable and not so weird, Peach granted Peach granted Thea a button, like a friendly gesture. I'm gonna get confused by calling that. I don't think Peach realized that the more gestures that he gives to Thea, the more Thea thinks that Peach is actually getting closer to actually loving him. But to Peach, he thinks it's just a friendly gestures. Innocent, actually. Okay, guys, meet Mr. Silly. Silly is a button that Peach gave to Thea as a way of saying that you don't have to feel uncomfortable or feel sad or feel lonely. You can have Silly to talk to. So the meeting has started, and here comes the team leader that Nut's been talking about. But the thing about this team leader is that his face is not new to Peach, and Peach's face is not new to the team leader. His name is Wee Wee Mimi, whatever the hell he is. Now, the sister of Peach knows there's something off about his brother by the way he was looking at this team leader, so she took him out to take him to talk to him. While they were walking away, they passed Thea. Thea got suspicious of what's happening, but he didn't follow them. The thing is, in the past, Peach worked with Wiwit or whatever the hell his name is on a modeling project because remember, Peach is a freelancer, so he's okay and eligible to work in any different company. Anyways, he's working with them as taking photos, and you notice how nervous and scared the modeler is, and so he stopped taking picture for a while and talked to the girl. Now, while Peach was trying to talk to the girl, Wiwit in the background trying to tell Peach to mind his business and do exactly what he was paid for, which is taking photos, which definitely got Peach more angry and started asking the little girl many questions, including her age. Okay, so the girl revealed to Peach that she agreed to model, but the outfit that she's wearing, she never gave permission to do that, and she's very uncomfortable in the outfit, which is why she didn't take off the robe. As for the age, she's 16 years old, which definitely got Peach upset. See, the thing about entertainment industry, and I don't want to get too deep into it, is because it's like politics. But anyways, when it comes to entertainment industry, whether you model, sing, act, whatever it is, they always go for fresh meat just so they can sell. And the people that are buying aren't the audience. They're not the audience. It's more like old perverted people that really loves it and sells it on black market and stuff like that. But like I said, I ain't going into it because it's like politics and I don't like politics. Now, Wood introduced himself, but he tries to be professional by asking everyone their names. He didn't ask for Peach because he already knows Peach and revealed that he already knows Peach. Notch already told Wiwit that Peach is gonna be their photographer, even though in Wiwit's eye, he doesn't want that because he doesn't want any problems. With technically, he's the problem, but he's not gonna say that. I feel like the whole thing is gonna be scandalous, and I think Thee is gonna get involved. Which lead us to Peach's sister knowing the problem by looking at her brother's face and bringing him to talk. Peach told her everything, and with that information, Homegirl doesn't even want to work with Wiwit anymore. But Peach reassures her that as long as he doesn't mess with his sister or even come attack him, everything is okay. Just act professional as it should. Honestly, I respect Peach's professionalism because other people will be flipping out by now. But he doesn't want his sister to lose his job, nor he wants to lose this opportunity on some good money and maybe possibly be near to Thee. I love the statement that the sister made, but what she doesn't know and what Peach doesn't acknowledge in his brain is that Peach knows the owner of the company that his sister works in. He can just complain to the guy and get the man fired real quick. But again, he's being professional. He's not gonna do that. He's not stooping down that low. So after Peach's sister left, Peach decided to stay back, and here comes Thee to cheer him up with Mr. Silly. I don't know why he didn't take off the Mr. Silly off his tie, why put it on his tie. Anyways, Thee revealed that he noticed that Peach has been here for like a couple long minutes, and Peach is like, how'd you know? Are you watching me? Turns out he is. He has surveillance camera everywhere, so of course he's watching you. Then he started asking Peach what the problem is. I don't think Peach told him the problem, but he did say, work issues. So while they're talking, Thee said something cheesy, which to Peach, you would mostly hear that from couples. And Peach said that Thee always says something cheesy and stuff like that, which got Thee to be very giggly and shy and cute because in his mind, they might be close to being a couple. Okay, we're starting in the office, and Mark came with 2 folder jackets. One is for Peach with the contract of him doing photography for the new collection, and the other is for Nada Aran. Well, Thee doesn't like to hear the name Aran anymore because he's not in love with Aran anymore. Anyways, Thee is trying to come up with a plan to get Aran away from Peach because every time Peach is around Aran, he can't be with Thee. He can't be with Peach. So that's up to Mark to solve. Now, the reason Thee suggested that they should find someone to occupy Aaron is because Mark told Thee that Peach was with Aaron and going home. So he doesn't like when Peach is this close, like a little bit of second centimeters away from Aaron. So he wants to get rid of Aaron. I'm not gonna lie. This freelancing job got Peach really to know a lot of people, including kids that are at the orphanage. He made friends. No, I'm sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Peach an introvert? I'm guessing he's not a strong introvert because he knows people and friends with people. So he doesn't really too like to be alone. He actually wants company just like Thee. Apparently, this one particular boy has problem getting adopted. Now we're at Aaron's place, and Aaron saw Lego, and he took up the Lego, reminiscing on the past because those Legos was at his living room table for quite some while. Apparently, Lego set belongs to Tawan. Tawan often goes to Aaron's place and do a lot of stuff there. I do feel it for both of them because their relationship is going down rather than going up, which makes me kind of want to wonder what made it went spiral in the first place. I get it. They're not in a full-on relationship yet, but at least Tawan out here trying, possessively, but trying. Sir, if by the end of this drama I don't see you and Tawan being together, then it is what it is. I'm telling you, the love that these two have is definitely of sibling vibes. Even Peach says to Thee that him and Aaron are like brothers. But comments like this, comments that Aaron make like this makes you question the whole brotherly love. Even Thee questions it. Okay, let me explain this statement. Now, because Peach and Aaron woke up and go to the company early, Aaron says that he's hungry. And there was a product placement snack in it, and Peach gave that to Aaron. Now, Thee sees this and gets upset because he thinks that Peach gave his only snack to Aaron. So, Thee orders Mark to buy like a whole boxes of those snacks to give to Peach so he doesn't have to actually give his last snack to anyone. And also order some for Aaron so he doesn't have to leech off Peach. So Peach meets up with Notch, and Notch gave Peach the schedule. And in the schedule, he noticed that Aaron is scheduled to do a photo shoot, and the theme is couple. So Peach wants to ask Notch who would be this person alongside Aaron to do like a couple photo. Notch identified the person, and immediately the way she identified him, Peach already knew who that person is. Well, turns out these two will be doing a couple's photo together. As you can see on Aaron's face, he's not so happy. But, what's his name? Tawan tries to explain to Aaron that he himself did not know that they were gonna be together in a photo shoot. Aaron says, it's okay, because this is just a job. After this, they can go their separate ways. He was cold with it. Again, I don't see why Aaron is acting the way he is, except for the fact of what happened that time. I ain't gonna lie, you Perch, since the short time I know you, you've always gotten a cold character who always long for love and comfort and someone to talk to, but deep down inside, you cry for help type of character. Okay, it's time for the shoot. And at this distance, Peach can tell that it's a problem, but he also sees that Aaron is being professional. So as long as he doesn't see any problem within the body language of Aaron, it's all cool. This is a part that got my heart to skip a beat for Tawan because someone mentioned that someone should fix Tawan's hair, and Aaron was like, I can do it, knowing that Tawan doesn't like when anyone touches ear except for Peach. Except for Aaron. So Aaron took the initiative to actually do it. He even apologized for touching him, even though Perth character actually likes when he does that. Other from anyone, he's the only one that can do it. But even with all that, Aaron still went back to his modeling face, and even in his eyes, you can tell he doesn't want to be next to Tawan, even though Tawan shows a different face. I mean, you tend to learn to read facial expression throughout the whole recaps and watching the drama itself. Now we know Peach already knows the situation about these two, so that's why he didn't try to interfere. Now after that, the photographer himself took a little coffee break, and in comes Thee. Thee is expressing how much he really hates the fact that Peach is too close to Adan, even about making the comments about if we end up grow old together, we should get married if we're gonna be single. And Peach is like, we always make jokes like that. But Thee is not one to believing in such things because this part I like, and I'm glad that Thee noticed that problem too. So anyways, when Thee went to sit beside Peach, Peach was about to touch or at least try to reach his hand towards where Thee is, and Thee flinched a little bit. I don't know what's the problem with him and physical touch. I need to know further down in the episodes. But anyways, Thee remembered exactly the day when they were having grilled pork, and he burned his hand on the grill. So Thee ended up used his hand to put on his hand to say it's okay. Anyways, Thee said something about wanting to pursue Peach, and Peach is like, be careful what you say, because people might mistake things and think that either I like you or you like me or whatever. But PT is literally making it known that yes, he likes Peach. At a distance, Mock sees Thee and Peach talking, and Thee is supposed to get ready to go in a meeting. Seeing that Thee is not getting out of this communication with Peach anytime soon, Mock calls and tells the person that he's meeting with that he will be a little bit late or just cancel the entire thing for another day. So after that call, he got a text from an R person saying that they misses them. So you're telling me that Mock has like a romantic relationship beyond being around Thee? So who is this R person? And I want to see if it's William, because if it is William, thank you. Let us know that this boy has a life. And for a flick of second, when he read that message, he smiled and he went to serious mood. Like, is everybody having relationship problems? Okay, we went back to these twos because remember, we're on a coffee break. But each time we take a picture, we see it gets tenser and tenser with these two. But everything got real bad real quick and more of annoyance, because here comes Wiwit talking about he doesn't like the layout of the photos that Peach is taking. He doesn't like how the entire thing looks like, but in actuality, he doesn't like Peach himself. And I'm glad that Peach is holding his peace, because homeboy was. Ooh, the people in the studios are also talking, and it's not because of Peach. Oh no, it's because of Wiwit and his attitude problem and going towards the best photographer in the world. Even Wiwit, I think, don't know about it. Now, because Wiwit doesn't like Peach, he's using his team leader's card to fire Peach. But what Wiwit doesn't know is that Peach actually has a trump card up his sleeve. He actually knows the owner of the company. Hell, the owner is trying to pursue Peach. But Wiwit doesn't know that. And he's gonna find out pretty soon that he's messing with the wrong person. I can't wait to see this part. I want to see this man grovel or whatever you call it. Because doesn't Wiwit actually working for the actual man that Peach actually... Hey! So while that problem is solved, while we're going home, Aaron is trying to comfort Peach, which he said is okay. And while they're talking, at a distance, Tawan is looking so sad to see the man that he loves is talking and smiling with Peach. Peach is on a video call talking to his sister, and because of a project, he ended up ending this whole thing late, and so he's had a different preference. So he had to go somewhere to do another project, so he has to go to an hotel, or at least find a hotel near there so he can go. But it's late, so where does he need to go now? Anyway, it started raining, and in comes a call from Thee telling Peach not to go out in the rain because the rain is full of bacteria and germs. Now, he's not lying, but still, where does he learn that from? At least I know he doesn't watch old movies and dramas to learn it from it. Turns out the reason Thee knows that he was going out in the rain is because he actually waited on Peach until his old project is over Because let's be honest, the boy's head over heels with Peach, and he's literally give him the sun and the moon. Anyway, Peach told Thea about his project that he has next day because remember, Peach is a freelance. He does not sign under Thea's company. Anyways, Thea is like, okay, do you have a hotel to stay at that place? Because I have almost a lot of hotels in that area in almost Thailand. And Peach told him the destination where he's going. And Thea just got sad saying he doesn't have any hotels there. Sorry, I said hotel, but I meant condos. Thea said he doesn't have doesn't have a condo in the area that Peach is going. And you think that would be end of the conversation? No. Turns out the reason he doesn't have condos there is because the area that Peach is going doesn't allow tall buildings. Apparently, Homeboy said instead he has many vacation homes and Peach can pick any one. Wow, when Mark says the only two things that Thea cannot buy is actually only two things. The man has everything except for those two things. Now, because of the rain, Peach remembered exactly what Thea told him about germs and whatever. So, Peach grabbed Thea and grabbed him in the rain. Thea started freaking out a little bit, and Peach reassures him that nothing's wrong with getting a little wet. That's true, until later on you find out that you have the flu. Peach told Thea to live a little and like dance and make you feel free. When Peach said dance, immediately Thea remembers of what his mother said about dancing and how it will make you find the right person and be happy. Which to Thea, he feels like he found the right person, which is Peach. And then remember, Thea is actually pursuing Peach, and he asked Peach again, "Will you only be mine?" Now, that shocked Peach because he doesn't know what to say. The drama actually ends with us not hearing the answer. But remember, the show is called Me and Thea. Me, Peach, Thea, Thea. So it's gonna end off with them.